So, welcome to the
Yes.
Galfond Challenge. I'm David Tuchman, joined by the one and only Owain Carey. Owain, how are you, my man?
I'm good, thank you. But interestingly, I played Venividi at 501k heads-up sit-and goes about 8 months ago and played quite a lot of them.
Oh, that's interesting. So you have a lot of experience against Venny.
I wouldn't say a lot, but I had some experience playing him at heads-up sit-and goes, yeah.
Oh, five-figure pot on table number one. Pot size bet on the river. 10-8 got there. Some sort of like Jack 10-8 type hand. 8-6, obviously. I'm sorry, 8-5 obviously got there as well. There's the call. And it looks like Galfond has missed. Venividi with the call. You know, it's a great thought. And I'm gonna. This is gonna sound like I'm gonna kind of dumb this down and kind of to the lowest common denominator. But for any of you out there that are kind of more have more no limit hold'em experience, you know, when you talk about visibility, and I just want to use a theory from there and see if it kind of applies. I am much more likely if I open a hand like 5-6 suited to call a 3-bet with that hand than if I had opened with a hand like let's say I had opened King Jack off suit.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just doing better against the 3-better's range, right?
So everything's on acid.
Everything's stop, 40K pot. Instead of 10s here, full house, 10s full. But against, oh, wow, quads. 10s full versus quads.
Wow.
But we got a huge pot on optimism. Pot size bet here.
What's interesting on a monotone, on a Queen Jack 3 or hearts, we don't have
call.
many.
Whoa, hold on, stop. 72,000 euro pot.
And it's getting cool.
We're gonna get a replay of this baby. 6, 6, 7, 8 deuce. Safe to say that Venividi has no bluffs in his range in this spot.
don't do much on going price, to be honest. New debt.
There's the all-in. Venividi with a monster pot. Yeah, they're slated to. It calls for 50K hands, but again,
Yeah, they're not going
it
to need that.
ends.
No, they're not going to need that because in
No.
in a quarter of the time here, it's already gone 50% over 400K. You know,
I would set the over/under on the Bill Perkins Galfond match at like maybe
20.
10,700 hands.
Oh wow.
I mean, we're getting about 550 hands in a session. So, that would be about 20 sessions, maybe 18 sessions.
Yeah.
We've seen, I mean, Phil had a day where he won 183,000 euros.
Hmm.
Venividi had a day where he won $250,000.
Okay. So
So
two of those days and boom, you know,
we're
the
done, right?
400K
I
is
mean,
there, isn't it?
so of course, going forward after that, there's a match versus Chance Corneth. There's a match
Yeah.
versus Jungle Man, Dan
Yeah.
Cates, of course.
That I mean,
Got a
obviously,
match.
Jungle Man. That'll be a great game.
Yeah, definitely. There's a match versus Brandon Adams, which is not going to be online. That's going to be live.
Okay.
There's a match online versus Action Freak. Do you know anything about him?
No, unfortunately, I don't.
Okay, he's an online player. Apparently, he holds the lobby over Venividi.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, I've had the privilege of commentating with uh, a lot of poker players through the years, and when I get somebody alongside me who knows what they're talking about, it's refreshing and it's nice. It's just as I said earlier, and the chat now thinks I hate pizza. I don't want the same co-commentator every single day. I like mixing it up. I think it's a
Yeah,
lot
of
of fun
course.
to kind of get different insights.
It makes you more of an interesting character in life. If you don't want to do the same, if you'll grind 100% PLO, oh, I know it's not mainly tournaments. But I went and learned GTO, and a couple of years ago, I won a lot of money during a series, and I went and battled it at 25, 50 PLO, 50 PLO, done really well. Small sample, but I was winning 15 buy-ins. EV, I was up 100 odd K because I was using GTO no limit strategy. That's all I did, and they were struggling with it because 2 years ago PLO players weren't focusing on GTO. Now they are, so it's changed a bit.
Yeah, the game is constantly evolving. You don't have to be playing poker very long to know that the game is just different than it was 2 years ago. Certainly different than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, so forth and so on. And just one of those things where if you're not staying on top of your game, if you're not constantly
Yeah,
working on your game, if you're not getting better, then you're getting worse.
for sure. For sure, because everyone around you is chewing at the bit to get better, chewing at the bit to make more money, chewing at the bit to be successful. Apart from me, because I don't really care about it. But
Yeah, but you say that, but you clearly do.
no,
Pot size.
I'm a perfectionist. As in, when I joined a certain stable, right, and they were all talking about theory, and I'd never
Hold on a
studied
second.
theory
Hold on a
before. I was
second.
one of
Hold
those.
that thought. Hold that thought. We
Yeah,
got a couple of
sure.
big pots brewing. So we got 18-8 over on Phoenix. Pot size bet. There's the call. Galfond caught bluffing. Venividi with a big call there. Another, by the way, another big pot here over on Phoenix. 3,400 euro bet on the turn. 2 diamonds, 2 spades out there. Venividi has raised to 11,400.
A lot of protection needed on this
Galfond
board.
all in. It's 8,000 back to Veni. This will be a 40K pot.
Going to be making the call, I imagine.
Well, he's in the tank here. No, he folds.
Yeah, that's not a good play. That's just
It'll be, I mean, that's interesting. Yeah, what kind of hand he's
thing.
raising on the turn and then folding when he's getting 4-1.
Yeah, that's not a thing. Because he didn't have anywhere near enough equity to be raising the turn. It's not. It's just not that game. PLO's not that game. So
Galfond down about 86,000 euros. Can he make the comeback today? Again, of course, it's just one long session, but it would feel good if he could win back some of this today. No doubt. Big pot brewing over on Baby Spencer. Get some Baby Spencer run good. Venividi betting 1835. There's the all-in. This is a monster pot, 58,000 in there. And it looks like a set of nines for Venividi.
yeah, everything seems good. He blocks 10-8 with the jacks. He gets to really push equity against some kind of 9-8-6 hands that can be bet in and stuff like that. So he's got good blockers to Venny improving. And also if Venny has a pure draw, he has the jacks. So Phil's played this well. It's just the way that the cards are settled. It might not seem that way to the naked eye, but
We have the makings for what could be a huge pot over on Baby Spencer. As these players have a ton of chips in front of them. Tiny bet on the river when the board pairs. Just 1,800 euros into a pot of 7,200 euros. Action on Galfond over on Baby Spencer. And a raise from Galfond. So this is now it's Galfond attacking the small bet from Venividi. $21.8 in there already. There's another raise. Do we see a quads over full house situation again? 54-7 in the pot. Baby Spencer, bring it home, Spencer. Bring it home, Spencer. Galfond in the tank. 22 to call the all-in from Venividi, and Galfond folds. Venividi, the 4-better, in position. We've seen one 5-bet pot recently. There's a call. Queen 9 deuce, 2 spades.
Got a feeling the money's going in. Some leading going on here from Phil also.
Get your 4-bets in the chat. Is Galfond going to win it? He does lead. He leads for pot. There's the all-in. Galfond goes with it. Jack 10 with spades. And brick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Galfond had Jack 10 with the spades. Venividi had aces.
A questionable defend to 4-bet. There would be a very, again, I hope I'm sounding okay. There would be some really interesting hand history going on from today. There's some spots that if you could plug these spots into software for PLO, you could gain a serious edge. There's been a couple of 3-bet and 4-bet pots where things I don't think have gone correctly, but I'm perhaps not even wise enough to tell you where they haven't gone correctly. So if you could make those incorrections correct, you could really start crushing. Basically, what I'm saying is there's still a lot more of an open door in Pot Limit Omaha than there is in No Limit.
Right. I assume, and I have to assume, that these players are playing 4 hours a day. They must be reviewing the session. But we got a pot size bet and a raise and
There's
a call.
Stuff going on.
And the flush. Galfond finally does get there, and he wins a 40K pot. KK says, feels like Phil is overcalling pot size bets. Keep in mind, okay, I'm not a PLO guy, but I will say this. On the recent winning streak, a lot of what was going into those wins was Phil actually calling a lot. And something that Owain mentioned earlier on was that Venividi is finding bluffs in situations and spots where other people are not finding bluffs.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
And Phil even said that as much on the one of our post-session interviews, that he was calling down a lot later because Venny was finding these bluffs. Now listen, that's going to work really well when Venny doesn't have it. On days like today where Venny is showing up with the goods, obviously it's going to make for a tough day at the office. Hold that thought. 4-bet pot. 4-bet alert. Venividi.
Get typing.
4-better. King 10-4, 2 spades. Galfond's going with it. Here we got.
It's an exciting pot because it's getting towards the end of the day. You could turn it around reasonably here.
Queen 9.
Wow, and he's
straight.
Yes, he's got there. Yes.
And that is it for us. Well, that is it for them. Owain, I want to thank you for your your insight today, man. It's been great.
No problem. Thanks to the chat and everyone who gave me some positive feedback. I really appreciate it. And I'll see everyone Friday.